Hello everyone. Here at this station, you're going to be watching the video over unit rates, and then you're going to be doing the problems at the bottom. Make sure you're following along and doing everything because you are going to be doing the backside with me at the next station, and you're also going to be turning this in. If you notice, there are some places where you can kind of color, so if you get done finished early, you can always kind of color in the unit rates, color in the money sign, make this look nice and pretty. So, what is a unit rate? And the coolest thing about unit rates is that they are probably the most real-world math that we're going to get into. Real-world math that you can use right now in your everyday life. So, a unit rate are rates that a ratio, let's say this, they are a ratio with a denominator of 1. A ratio with a denominator of 1. Make sure that you are taking notes with me. If I write faster than you, you can always pause the video, slow down, and write this with me. So a ratio is always something that has a denominator of 1. And a lot of times we're talking about how much per 1 unit. How much per 1 unit. So a lot of times we're talking about, how much money do I need to spend per ounce, or how many cookies do I need to bring per student? All of these things help us think about the world a little bit more mathematically. When we're doing things with unit rates, you need to remember that money always is in the numerator. It's in the numerator. And that is super important to remember. So money always goes on top. Always, always, always. We're always talking about how much money do you have to spend per ounce, or how many different things are you going to have to, how much money are you going to have to put out to get one thing of something. So let's go ahead and show you an example. I did an example about Takis because I know that when I'm going through the store, there's always different kinds of bags of things that I need to buy. Like there's a big bag of Takis, and then there might be a smaller bag. And I want to figure out what's the better deal. And so the better deal is always what costs the less money for more things. So let me show you an example. In this first problem, Aaron is going to the grocery store and he's comparing his 2 bags of Takis. The small bag of Takis costs $3.84 for 16 ounces. The bigger bag costs $4.50 for 25 ounces. And we want to know which one is the better deal. So to do this, really we need to write these as a ratio. Okay, so let's split this page in half, and let's have this one be the small bag, and this one's going to be the large bag. Okay. So in the first one, they're saying it's going to be $3.84 for 16 ounces. So money goes on top, $3.84 per 16 ounces. Well, that doesn't really help us compare if I were to say, okay, the large one is $4.50. And I like to keep my units there, $4.50 for a 25 ounce. Okay, so I've got to figure out what would this mean per 1 ounce? How much money do I need to spend per ounce? And then I can figure out what's the better deal. So to do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and divide. So I'm going to say this is $3.84 divided by 16. Okay, so I don't have to, I'm just going to rocket my decimal up. And then I'm going to say, how many times can 16 go into 3? Well, it can't, so I'll put a 0. How many times can 16 go into 38? Well, I think I can start with 2. Okay, so that means that 2 times 16 is 32. Subtract those, I have 6 remainder, 64. Now I ask myself, how many times can 16 go into 64? And I believe that it is exactly 4 times. That would be 64 with a remainder of 0. So this would be 0.24. Now watch how I write this. Remember that we were talking about money per ounce, per 1 ounce. So this is what I would say is $0.24 per ounce for 1 ounce. I just made this an equivalent, a rate, 24 cents per ounce. Okay, so I want you to try to do the same thing with the large bag. Pause the video and see if you can find out how much money per ounce. Okay, so hopefully you got that we are going to end up dividing 25 or 450 divided by 25, and when I do that, I get 0.18. Now again, it's super important to write this with our rate. So when we divide it like this, when we're taking money over ounces, we're saying that this is 0.18 or 18 cents per 1 ounce, over 1 ounce. So now we've got to look at these. I've got 24 cents per ounce or 18 cents per ounce. And we need to say, what's the better deal? So the better deal is when you're going to be spending the least amount of money. I'm going to be spending 18 cents for an ounce or 24 cents. I want to spend less money. I need to buy the large bag of Takis because I'm going to be saving roughly 6 cents per ounce, which, hey, I'll be saving some money. So I want to buy the one that has the least amount of money per ounce because that's the better deal. All right, let's try another one. This one's about Gerald, and he is going to yoga. And Gerald pays $90 for one class or 6 yoga classes. So we want to know, well, what's the cost of one yoga class? So we're really looking at, and we're going to fill in the blank here, $90 over 6 classes. See how I did that? $90 over 6 classes. So now we need to find the unit rate. We need to find out what would this be for one class. So again, a couple options. We can divide. We could also look at this as 90 divided by 6 and find an equivalent ratio like we did earlier, where we say, oh, can we divide these both by the same number? Like we could start by dividing them both by 2, and that would be 45 over 3. And I think that they both have 3 in common, divide by 3, and that would give us 15 over 1. So it's $15 for one class. You could also do this the other method that we were doing, so that's option 1. Option 2 is, okay, I know it's $90 for 6 classes, so I can divide 6 or 90 divided by 6. And then I can go through, 6 goes in there one time. This is 6. Subtracted, I get 9 minus 6 is 3, 0, 30. So this is 15. So I know this is $15, and I'll just put my units on there, $15 per class. Okay? All right, so I want you to think about this next one, about the cartons of milk. Pause your video and you try this on your own. Okay, so hopefully you wrote this out as it is $5.50 for 2 cartons of milk. And to find the unit price, I'm going to divide $5.50 divided by 2. When I did that, I got $2.75. So remember, we are saying that this is $2.75 per 1 carton of milk. So 1 costs us $2.75. That 2 would cost us $2.75. All right, so those were your turns. Now, or mine, I want you to do these 3 your turns, and then you will be checking them with me at the next station. Good job, guys. Thanks for coming with me. Oh, look at my little Christmas tree in the background. Very nice. Thanks for joining with me. I'll see you guys at the next station.